Hi all, welcome back to my Sunshine Worlds. Today we are discussing about how to connect infrastructure as a service and also a platform as a service. What is infrastructure as a service? Infrastructure as a service me- means simply we have to manage everything. We have to manage everything by the user. You have to manage their databases, you have to manage their servers and also security, and also you have to manage their data which where we have to store the data. So everything we will manage by the infrastructure as a service. In simultaneously platform as a service means everything will be managed by cloud service provider like Amazon Web Services, Google Azure, Microsoft Azure, and Google Cloud Platform (GCP). All those cloud providers will manage their databases, servers, security, and all those things should be managed by their providers. But in infrastructure as a service, everything will be managed by the our users only. I, everything will be managed by, like, you have to create a database, you have to create a servers, you have to create a security, networking, and all those things should be created and managed by users. But platform as service should create you should give their data. You should give their data, and the data should the data everything should be give the data and created, and then database will be created, and should you use their simply you that endpoint should give their data in the server, and you should give their data, and you can store the data by the database. The data should be stored in their database. But infrastructure as a service, the data should not the data should be stored in their you have to create their database, and you have to manage their database, everything manually. In platform as service, everything should be automated. Some automated. So let's get started. How to create infrastructure as a service, and how to create platform as service. So first of all, I'm going to create as infrastructure as a service. So I'm going to taking as EC2 server. I'm going to launch instance. Here, this is a dashboard of EC2 server. So I'm going to taking as IAAS, IAAS Ivan server. Here I'm going to taking as Ubuntu application and OS images. Amazon mission image I am going to give as by default only. Instance type I am going to give as T3 micro. And here I am going to create a new key pair that is called IAAS. Then create key pair. In edit network settings, I am going to give as by default only. And here I am going to give as 1A. Here I am going to give as MySQL. And here also MySQL description. In this security group, I am going to give as MySQL Aurora. and here anywhere. Finally, I'm going to launch a instance. Instance successfully installed. So here I'm going to create another instance. I'm going to give as RDS server PAAS platform as a service. I'm going to take as Ubuntu. Instance type T3 micro by default only. Here I'm going to create a new key pair. PAAS. I'm taking as PAAS. Then create key pair. Edit network settings. Default only I'm going to taking as VPC. Here I'm going to taking as 1B. Here I'm going to give as MySQL server, and here MySQL server, and here add security group. In this group I'm going to give as MySQL Aurora, and here anywhere. Then create launch instance. Successfully launched. Refresh. Simultaneously I'm going to create as duplicate browser. I'm taking as duplicate browser. In this browser I'm going to taking as RDS Aurora. Databases. Create database. Here I'm going to select as standard create, and here I'm going to taking as MySQL engine options, and here I'm going to taking as sandbox. Sandbox is nothing but free trial. Availability and durability. Here I'm going to taking as single availability zone database, one instance. In the settings, I am going to give us by default only database one. Here I am going to give us username admin. Here I am going to select as self-managed. Here I'm going to give us a password called admin123. Admin123. Confirm password. Also I'm going to give as admin123. In storage, I am going to give as by default only general purpose SSD. SSD means solid state drive. Yeah, I am going to allocate it as 20 GB. Here I am not connected. Later I will connect. Default VPC I am going to take as. Here public access S, and here I am going to select as MySQL server. And here I am going to taking as, once I will check to the instances. Here I am going to give as 1B. Desktop things I am not changing. By default only I am kept. Finally I am going to create database. finally created. So it will take 2 to 3 minutes. Simultaneously, I'm going to first instance as infrastructure as service. So I'm going to check in and connect, copy the SSH command, go to the terminal, cd downloads, paste it here. Yes, successfully connected. So I'm going to update the server by using command called sudo apt update. Successfully updated the server, clear the terminal. Here I am going to download as sudo apt install mysql server py. Successfully installed mysql server. Successfully installed mysql server. So I am going to connect it server by using command called mysql sudo mysql show databases. Show databases. So I'm going to create a database. Create database JWT. I'm going to taking as JWT. Again, I'm going to databases by using command called show databases. Here see JWT created database. So I'm going to use the database JWT. So in this database, I'm going to copy this data. So I'm going to copy this data. Copy this data and paste it here. Okay. I'm going to take as some database in another server. So I'm going to as paste it. Okay, confirmed. So again, I'm going to as show tables. Yeah, tables has been created. So here I'm going to give us one data. So here I'm going to give us some data. Yes. So I'm check it by using command called select star from users. See, this is the file. This is the output of infrastructure as a service. So simultaneously, I'm going to create as platform as a service. CD downloads. So let's go to the EC2 instances. PAAS platform as service. I'm going to connect as platform as a service. Connect, copy the SSH command, go to the terminal, paste it here. Yes, clear the terminal by using command to update the server by using command called sudo apt update. Clear the terminal. So I'm going to taking as another server. CD downloads. Copy the frame file. Update the server once again by using command called sudo apt update. Updated successfully. So here I'm going to check as my SQL. Here client server. I'm going to install the client server. Successfully installed client server. sudo by using command called how to integrate with their endpoint to connect their MySQL server by using command called sudo MySQL space hyphen h. H means host name. So I'm going to their instances database, taking as endpoint and copy their endpoint. Hyphen u means username. I'm going to give as username admin space hyphen p. Hyphen p is nothing but password. I'm going to give as password admin123. Connected their MySQL server. In this server, I'm going to check as show databases. So I'm going to create a database. I'm going to create as a database JWT. Again, I'm going to check show databases. See, database should be created. So use by using command called use JWT, and here I am going to create a database, sample database. So I am taking as copy this data and paste it here. Paste anyway. And again, I'm going to take as this data, insert, paste anyway, check, show tables. Here I'm going to check the database should be connected or not by using command called select star from users. See, this is the output of PAAS platform as service. You should create their database. Username, email, password, and created. And here infrastructure as a service also should be created. This is the of output of the infrastructure as a service, and this output is platform as a service. Platform as a service should be created. This is the final output of the platform as a service. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.